Hello and welcome to another update video about WTI oil. So my overall perspective is unchanged for oil, which also as per the last few updates and for a while we've been looking for overall higher prices here in wave C of B after obviously we've it's only working on corrective structures really. So one idea I have is that the A wave topped obviously here in September 23. We then had a B wave corrective pullback into the September lows. We're now working on an ending diagonal in wave C of B, and this could turn into an overshooting B wave. And again, it consists of an A, B, C structure. And then from there, we could break down completely. This is currently the perspective. We are only moving in corrective structures, as I said. In this scenario, the rally between December and April was an ABC structure, and then also an ABC structure to the downside, which I've labeled as wave 2. The strong move that we've now seen from Monday onwards, that indicates it is a third wave. So let me just label here the probably even, let's do that. A, B, C in wave 2. Just change the wave degree here as well. And then the idea is that we're now in a third wave. That is one thesis I have. One of the two scenarios I'm tracking. This means we're now in wave A of 3. And we can measure where wave 3 should go to. Typically, I'm watching for the 1.236 extension as a minimum. We take the length of the wave 1. We go to the low of the current wave 2. We're looking for the 1.236 extension at 98 USD. So let's see if we get there. Obviously, we shouldn't get there really in a straight line, but that seems doable in a third wave. Now, bear in mind, if this is a third wave, it's likely also an ABC structure because we're dealing with diagonal patterns. And then also this move up would be an A, B, C in wave A. So once we start the B wave, you know, that could be, I can add a support zone. It's too early for that now. Maybe the A wave will stretch here to the trend line. It is a good one, that trend line. If we break above that, that could be an indication that, you know, we're moving up towards the $100 mark. Got one touch point, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you might call these as well, like 5, 6. But yeah, that is a pretty good and obvious trend line. Good for possible breakout trades potentially. The lower one here is not particularly clear. But it also has 3 touch points. And that takes us to the next scenario I'm observing. Because it could be that this B wave is a triangle. So if this is the case, then wave B is somewhere here and might need a few more ups and downs because in a triangle, this was wave A, wave B, C, and it might need another D, E. I'll highlight that in white. So that means if after the next rally here, we go down more than the smaller degree B wave would normally allow, then it could be the E wave of a triangle. Important here that in the triangle pattern, the price must hold above $71.70, which is the August low. That's pretty much it. So what I'm doing, I'm going to watch for an upside breakout here potentially. Could be an interesting one. In terms of trend lines, they are all defined. This here was also probably an interesting breakout, but that's over now. That's gone. Not sure if there are any smaller. No, that's fine. I mean, this trend line is interesting. Make sure that you draw it on your chart as well. And yeah, I think next we need to watch for the possible B wave pullback. If I go to the 1 hour chart, there isn't enough structure here in this A wave to really say what it is. Again, an A wave is often also a 3 wave move. So it looks to me, but I've run out of wave degrees. So could be that this is just A, B, and then something like a 1, 2, This could be a 3, maybe another 4, 5 to complete wave A. But yeah, important I think is to watch this area up here around the trend line. You could even, to make sure that, you know, if you entered somewhere down here or so, you could draw a trend line here that keeps you safe, like a, let's say a safety trend line that keeps you safe, because a break below this trend line could, it also has plenty of touch points, could indicate that the B wave pullback has started. But it's too early to add a support zone because there is no sign of a top at this stage. Could still stretch a bit higher. But yeah, that's still my view. So still looking for higher overall. It's just been quite, you know, it's been quite corrective, sideways oriented for many, many months now. And I am watching primarily for an upside breakout. That would be my view based on the two scenarios. I'm tracking. The first indication that this is not happening is a break below the August low, and then a break below the December low. Then I would change my perspective to something more bearish, and that is a break below the $67.50 level. That's the update about oil. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as regular updates about stocks, feel free to check out the Stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.